So, imagine this. TikTok's parent company drops a new image AI that claims it can outgun Google's viral Nano Banana. At the same time, Meta is trying to rewire online dating with an AI matchmaker. Alibaba just pushed visual AI into territory we haven't seen before. MIT found a way to make AI actually plan instead of just pretending. And OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank. They're literally building AI cities. Data centers so massive they're already burning through hundreds of billions of dollars. Yeah, a lot just happened. Let's break it down. We've got to start with ByteDance, the company behind TikTok. They just unveiled Seedream 4.0, their newest image generation model. And here's the headline. They're saying it outperforms Google DeepMind's Gemini 2.5 Flash image, better known online as Nano Banana. If you remember, Nano Banana blew up when Gemini launched in late August. It wasn't just about realistic outputs, it became meme culture overnight. Google had the internet by the throat, and while most people expected OpenAI or Meta to be the first to respond, ByteDance came out swinging instead. Seedream 4.0 combines the raw text-to-image power of their earlier models with an editing engine that can tweak images with a single text prompt. Think Photoshop, but turbocharged and automated. They claim it's 10 times faster in raw inference compared to their previous version. Their internal Magic Bench testing says Seedream 4.0 beats Gemini in accuracy, alignment, and overall visual quality. Independent firms even called it a significant leap. But here's the catch. ByteDance hasn't released a full technical report yet. So for now, we're taking their word for it. What they have done is lock in the pricing, $30 per 10,000 generations. Compare that with Google, which gives Nano Banana free to everyday users. That tells you ByteDance isn't going for memes. They're aiming at professionals and enterprises. And the features are strong. 2K and 4K resolution output, support for up to 6 reference images, and full custom aspect ratios. The editing demo videos floating around X are slick, accurate edits in seconds. Right now it's live in China through ByteDance's apps, but if you're outside, you can test it through FreePic today. The bigger story. China isn't just in the text model race anymore. They're now seriously competing in image generation too. Meta's AI matchmaker and meet cute. Let's pivot from AI art to AI love. Meta just gave Facebook dating its biggest update in years. They're betting AI can actually solve the swiping and ghosting cycle that dominates apps like Tinder and Bumble. The first new feature is an AI dating assistant. It's basically your personal wingman inside the app. It helps polish your profile, suggests matches, recommends dates, and here's the clever part. It understands open-ended prompts. So instead of just checking a box for age or location, you can type, "Find me a Brooklyn girl in finance," and it will adjust your matches. That's a level of nuance you don't get on most platforms. The second feature is called Meet Cute. Once a week, the system throws you a curveball, a single unexpected match chosen by Meta's algorithm. No endless swiping, no filter tweaking, just one shot at serendipity. Meta says they've already seen a 10% increase in matches over last year, and they're launching this first in the US and Canada, targeting 18-29-year-olds. Meanwhile, Match Group, the company behind Tinder and Hinge, has been struggling, down nearly 70% in stock value over the last 5 years, despite partnering with OpenAI. Meta clearly smells blood in the water. So here's the question. Do we actually want AI picking our dates? Or are we just tired enough of swiping to give it a try? Now let's jump over to China again. Alibaba's Qwen team has been busy, and their new release is huge. It's called Qwen 3VL, and they're calling it their most advanced vision language model yet. The flagship version supports up to 1 million tokens of context. That means it can handle an entire textbook, hours of video, or deeply technical documents in one go, while keeping track of fine details. What's different here is the focus on reasoning. Qwen 3VL doesn't just recognize objects and images. It can handle relationships, break down visual math problems, ground 3D objects, and even turn a rough sketch into functioning code. That's a serious leap. They've got 2 flavors. The Instruct model, tuned for perception and following directions, and the Thinking model, tuned for deeper reasoning. On benchmarks, they claim it can match or even surpass Gemini Pro in perception tasks and outperform it in math-heavy reasoning challenges. And yes, it's open source, which is a big deal. By putting this out for free, Alibaba isn't just competing with Google. They're trying to set the research foundation for the next wave of multimodal AI. Meanwhile, over at MIT, researchers tackled a problem that's been haunting large language models: planning. Models are great at sounding smart, but when it comes to step-by-step execution, they collapse. MIT's new framework, PDDL Instruct, tries to fix that. It combines logical chain of thought, reasoning with an external validator, literally a system that checks if each step of the plan is logically valid. In testing, their tuned LLaMA 38B model hit 94% valid plans in classic benchmarks. On harder tasks like Mystery Blocks World, which usually leaves models in shambles, they achieved a 64x improvement over baselines. That's huge. It's not perfect yet, but it's a step toward neurosymbolic AI, where models don't just hallucinate plans, they can actually reason and execute them reliably. And finally, the biggest infrastructure story of the week. OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank are scaling their mega project Stargate. This isn't just another data center, it's an AI power grid. They've announced 5 new sites across the US, bringing projected capacity to 7 gigawatts and investment totals past $400 billion for the next 3 years. By 2025, they want 10 gigawatts and $500 billion, and they're ahead of schedule. We're talking campuses the size of small cities, running racks of NVIDIA's GB200 chips, employing over 25,000 workers directly, and tens of thousands more indirectly. Out of 300 proposals from 30 states, only a handful were picked. Texas, New Mexico, Ohio, and the Midwest are becoming the front line of America's AI infrastructure. And the race is clear. Whoever builds the biggest, fastest, and most powerful compute hubs wins the AI arms race. China knows it, the US knows it, and companies are betting trillions that the future depends on this backbone. So, ByteDance is coming for Google. Meta wants to set you up on dates. Alibaba's pushing multimodal AI. MIT is fixing planning, and OpenAI with its partners is pouring billions into AI infrastructure. It's a lot to keep up with, but this is the reality. AI isn't slowing down. It's accelerating in every direction: images, reasoning, relationships, and the very hardware that powers it all. What do you think? Would you trust an AI matchmaker? Or are you more worried about who controls the massive compute centers running these models? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Because the future of AI isn't waiting for anyone.